Hi everyone, welcome to the Alexia Nuñez Podcast, a space where politics, entertainment, wellness, and culture come together. I'm Alexia Nuñez and I'm very glad to have you here with us. Every episode, we dive into conversations that not only shape our minds, but also spark new perspectives on daily topics. Today we have a very special guest here. She is a woman who has been building legacy in Filipino fashion, not only locally, nationally, but internationally, all over the world. Let's all welcome Chynna Mamawal. Hello, my dear. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
How are you?
I'm good. I've been busy.
I know. I've seen you around.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying my best to be sane. It's been crazy, but I'm grateful for everything.
I bet. Well, you said you're meditating a while ago, right?
Yeah, actually this year, I've been trying to do it on a daily because I can't already with my schedule. I'm not complaining. I'm just, I just need to breathe and balance. Like before I start my day, that's the first thing I do. I drink my water and then I meditate before I work.
Okay, so a day with Chynna.
Oh my gosh.
Meditate and then go hustle.
Work until night. I work from Monday to Saturday, so my only off is like Saturday night and Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very busy.
Yeah. And sometimes I still work on Sundays.
Welcome to the life of a businesswoman. If you dream big, you gotta go big.
Yeah, that's how it is. You know, like you have to put the work into it. Like a while ago, because it was like, salary day today, in the Philippines, every
good day.
15th, 30th, that's a salary day. And then my accountant and my HR, they were laughing and they were like, Mom, like we are so many already. I said, no. And then I was looking at it and I'm like, wow, they're really a lot. And 7 years ago, I started it by myself.
Alone.
Yeah, alone. And now it's a good feeling, because I get to give livelihoods to Filipinos. And, I pay them right. I pay them what they deserve. Because it gives me pride when my staff can send their kids to school or they can buy motorcycle because of my business or they can feed their families like 3 times a day properly. So when I started this and I saw it grew and grew and grew, it's a responsibility.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the hardest lessons that I learned in running a business for 7 years. It's only been 7 years.
Wow, and you grow so fast.
And I know I'm still going to go through a lot of challenges, but so far I realize that it's managing the people. That's the hardest when running a business. It's both fulfilling and hard. But, I choose to be an entrepreneur every day because, those people, when I was just starting my businesses and this vision, they all believed in me.
Yeah.
So it's just right to nurture them.
Of course.
And grow this company with them. Because if not with them, I wouldn't be where I am right now also. It's teamwork.
Yes.
Yeah.
And look where you are right now after 7 years. I mean, it's not a long time and you have done so much. Can you tell us a little bit of your journey? Have you always dreamed about becoming a designer? How was it?
Ever since I was 8 years old, I already knew I wanted to be a fashion designer.
Wow.
Yeah, because my mom loves clothes. Yeah. My dad, he's simple, but he likes quality clothes,
Yeah.
You know how men are. They don't need a lot of clothes. They just need like few pieces that they can rotate.
A few but good ones.
Yeah. So... But my dad would always go to tailors and my mom would go to different designers and they would bring me to fittings with them. But every time I would go to the fittings, the showrooms are always nice, but I've always been so curious with the back end. Because imagine,
the scenes.
like you can create beautiful things from your hands. So every time they would bring me, I would say hi to the designer, check their fittings, but I would always ask the permission of the designer if I can go with that. Yeah, because I always found it so fascinating.
Wow, since bata, no?
Yeah, 8 years old.
Very young.
Yeah, I had this vision that I want to be a fashion designer, and everything that I did in my life growing up is leaning towards where I am right now. But of course, it wasn't easy. So when I was growing up, my dad had other plans for me. Most people don't know, but I used to be part of the national team.
Ah, no, I didn't know
Yeah,
this.
I played tennis.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I was actually a scholar back in high school and university for tennis. So everyone thought I was gonna be this
professional.
Yeah, like Alex Ayala.
Yeah.
People are saying it could have been you, but it's okay. I'm so happy with the career that I chose. So when I was in the national team, I wasn't bad actually. I was winning.
Of course, you're in the national team.
I have to win, right?
You must be good.
Yeah. But ever since, I've always loved tennis because of the outfits. Yeah, and even in our team, I would be the one designing for our national team.
Okay.
Yeah, so I actually started that's my background actually. So after university, I told my dad, no, even high school, I told my dad that I want to study in a fashion school. But my dad is a really good businessman. So I'm actually also grateful for my parents because they really guided me growing up.
Supported you.
Yeah, you really need a good support system.
Yeah.
Especially with also business because it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
But my parents have always been there. When I was in high school, I told my dad, I want to study in a fashion school. But my dad said, I think you should study business first. So once you graduate, then you can study in a fashion school so you know how to manage your businesses.
Yeah.
Because it's business. I said, okay. So I followed his advice. I went to university, which I was a scholar through tennis, and I finished BS Entrepreneurship. Since it's a business course, I think third year college, one of the thesis is you're required to put up your own business. I opened this shop because I was telling my dad, if I'm gonna open a shop, might as well do it properly, right? Because I didn't want to do something that's just for the sake of because my dad is very Western. He's really Chinese, but he's Western at the same time. When it comes to business ethics, he's very but when my dad was like, oh, when you guys graduate college, you have to leave the house. So I told my dad, well, Dad, since you're the one who's going to fund this business for now, might as well make the most out of it, Dad.
Go, Daddy.
Because I know when I graduate university, he's gonna cut everything. He's been telling that since we were in high school.
Wow.
Yeah. So since high school, because I have salary allowance from the national team. I remember since high school I was already saving because I knew that my dad's basically gonna tell me to leave the house. Yeah, bye. So they group you. So for example, certain students they like fashion, so they group you. Each of us had to shelter 50K each, so that's the capital was 200K. I called curves, and then the idea was I had fashion menus. So when you enter the store, I had those stylists where they can guide, because women, they don't know the different body silhouettes or body types, like apple shape, you have the pear shape.
Okay.
You have the
if you have a big booty or a waist.
Yes.
Okay.
For example, you have a pear shape, meaning the top part is small, but the bottom is big. So if you look at the fashion menu, these are the different body types of women, and these are the clothes inside the store that would fit your body type.
Amazing.
So when you enter the store, you have a free styling consultants.
Wow.
Yeah, because I noticed not many women are aware of the body types, and they don't know what to wear, what what color, what fabric, what type, like silhouette. So I really had so much fun doing it, and it was actually a hit. You know, there were already celebrities going to our stores, and we were third year college, and we were. Can I say how much we were earning?
If you want.
Yeah, 'cause when we were at third year college, so like net monthly, we would earn like 85K net.
Okay.
And then during Burr months, we get like 150. I mean, not bad for third year college.
Yeah.
So after graduating, it was doing so well that I continued to do it. I was so happy. So after graduating university, I was still part of the national team. And at the same time, I was doing the curves. But after a year, it was caught on fire.
Oh.
Yeah, it was all over the news. I remember like my mom was waking me up. I think it was like Sunday morning.
Oh, okay.
My mom was waking me up and everything ashes.
Wala na.
The clothes, even the BIR permits, everything.
My gosh.
And I was so stressed because all my savings were there. And I worked so hard for that. And it was doing so well. And it actually traumatized me for a bit. Not only it was caught on fire and everything was turned into ashes, my accountant was apparently not paying my taxes. I was only third year. I was 18. Because when you have businesses, right, you have to file taxes, you have to pay taxes. So I would give him like monthly, like how much is for the tax, whatever. And then he would give me a receipt. And then apparently, because I had to declare to the BIR, that, hey, I'm closing my businesses because it was caught on fire, blah, 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 blah. And they were like, oh, they checked and they were like, oh, you have this XX amount of penalty because you're not paying your taxes. I said, what do you mean? These are all the receipts.
Oh my
and
gosh.
apparently the receipts are all fake.
No way.
Yeah, I remember I was in BIR, I was crying.
I imagine. Oh my
Yeah, because I already lost everything. Plus, on top of that, I needed to pay this accountant who I couldn't call anymore. He blocked me everywhere.
So he disappeared.
Yeah.
Oh no. What did you do?
I spoke to the BIR. I was like, this is just a school project. Please just help me like close it. I'm super. So they were kind enough to close it with no stress. And then I went home and I was talking to my parents and I was obviously super heartbroken.
You're bad.
Yeah, because all my savings were there and it was doing so well. So my dad goes like, you know what? Maybe you're not yet ready to be like a full-blown entrepreneur. Maybe you should look for a great mentor first. Because my dad is really good with business, but he's always saying, oh, fashion is not my forte, but I'll try for you. But he said, I think you should find a good mentor in the fashion and business. So I said, okay, I could work first for a year, get mentored, get all the connections that I get all the experience that I can get. And I said, and I'll save for a year so I can, open another store or study fashion, like formally. So I was thinking in my room, okay, so if I'm going to be mentored, might as well be mentored by the number one.
Of course. Yes.
So I literally just Googled, of course it had to be SM, right? Because they're the number one retail. They're good in retail. They're good in business.
Yes.
I want to be mentored by the number one. So I was just typing SM fashion jobs.
Let's see. Let's see if they got something for me.
Yeah, I just got it on Job Street.
Okay.
And then actually they didn't even have opening for fashion. They had opening for accessories.
Ah, okay.
So I
very
said,
specific.
I said close enough, but maybe I'll go there and try and ask if they can transfer me to fashion. It was my first corporate job ever.
Wow.
I don't know like what to do. Like my mom had to help me fix my resume, like the outfits, everything. I went to the first interview and then I passed, and then the HR said, you're more fitted with SM fashion. I said, perfect.
That's exactly what I want.
And then I didn't even have to ask for it.
Perfect.
Yeah, and then the second one was one of the heads of like the ladies fashion. I went like two days for interviews, and then the final one was the siblings. So Henry C, right? Who started the whole SM. So now the siblings are the one running it. So Teresita C. Coson, Harley C, Sir Hansi, everyone. So the final interview,
It's with them.
panel.
Wow.
I was telling my mom, I'm only 21 that time, and it's my first official job
Interview.
and it's a panel.
Yeah.
I was freezing. What are they gonna ask me? These are like basically like one of the richest and one of the most successful entrepreneurs in front of me, and they're going to ask me. But you know what? I was so nervous. Took a deep breath and went inside, and it just came naturally. And then they accepted me. I was so happy. So that's actually my first footing in the fashion industry. That's where I learned everything, like how to do photo shoots, how to price the clothes properly, what's the trend that's going to be for the next season, how do you know the next trends. That's how I met all these amazing creatives, like photographers, models, and I was always so nice to them because I knew in the future I'm gonna be working with them.
Yeah.
I gave them so much projects, and then it's also very inspiring to work for them. They're so successful, but I've never seen them wear anything branded. Never. They always wear SM. Because I was the marketing head of the entire SM retail in the whole Philippines.
Wow, big responsibility.
At 21.
Very young.
So every time there would be board meetings, and I'm always the youngest there. And some of the heads would ask, are you the social media manager? I'm not actually like...
Not really.
Not really. So they hired me as a marketing officer. But after 1 month, they made me the OIC. Because a month after getting inside SM, the head, Miss Meryl Yan, she's one of the founders of Mega, resigned a month after. So they said,
Chynna,
you're the
of
OIC.
course.
And wow. And I honestly, at first, I actually had no idea. Because it's my first time like in the real fashion. And I'm like, whoa, after a month, I became the OIC.
Right, so quick.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah.
So that's where I learned everything, and like the business side of it and also the creative side of it. I felt like I was practicing for my own businesses.
So you always had this in mind, like,
Yes.
okay, I'm going for this, but
Yeah.
I'm doing this because I want to grow and I want to learn, so
Yes.
I'll do my own business.
Yes. I think that's a really good thing to do if you want to have your own business, regardless of which industry. Because for me, you have to know everything. Everything from the bottom until the top. So when you run your companies, nobody can tell you it's not possible.
Yeah.
I know how to do patterns myself. I know how to sew myself, cut myself. So when someone tells you, oh, mom, it's not possible. So, oh, no, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
Like, this is how you...
Wait lang.
Sorry.
There is a way.
Yeah, so that's what I also saw with them. So every first Tuesday of the month, we have this what you call buying.
Okay.
You know, everything that you see inside the department store, it goes through Miss TSC, Teresita C. Coson, everything. Every first Tuesday of the month, we have buying, which means the teams like the ladies' fashion, the baby, the clothes, the surplus, everything. We present everything to them, what we want to put inside the department store. So imagine like one whole EDSA.
Wow.
They go through it one by one.
Grabe.
And she's so good. Because I asked her one time, TSC, how do you know what's going to sell and what's not going to sell? She was like, I've been doing this forever. And with this kind of business, it's 50% you study it based on records. Okay, this is fast moving. This color did really well. And the other 50% is guts. She's really good. You know, when I present a collection, to her. She just touches the fabric. She already knows who's the supplier, and they have a lot of suppliers. And she knows it's gonna sell, it's not gonna sell. Okay, give me 3 more colors. I want this in black, blue. But sometimes you can always tell her, but TSC that's selling. With them, it's all about the numbers. I would do events with like X crazy amount. They don't care as long as it will be returned plus sales. So they're really hands on. They believe in their products. They believe in their employees. So they just let you work. Like they don't care how you're going to do it, but they're just going to say, Chynna, the target for this month is this.
So like you started with your line curve in university.
Yeah.
And then you went to SM
Yes.
with Theo. And you became a businesswoman. So
Yeah.
this all shaped like
Yeah.
you as a businesswoman. And
Yeah.
then now, I know you're doing so many projects. You're
Yeah.
like, wow, flying. How has it been for you? 7 years, right?
Yeah,
Since you
7
started
years,
doing your
yeah.
own. Yeah, so
I
how has
can't
it
believe
been?
it's been 7 years. I was 25 when I started my businesses. So after a year, I resigned with SM, and they actually didn't want to let me go. But
I bet you're great.
yeah, you know, back in SM, I did their social media accounts because that was the time when it was just booming. And I was the youngest always there. So they couldn't understand what's social media, what's the importance of social media in businesses. So I created it, even the e-commerce. Because with SM, you know, they want to be aspirational, which is good. But I was telling them, you know, the young generation, they appreciate authenticity.
Yeah.
So I was the first head who hired a plus size model who put it in the billboard. I revamped the entire SM. I changed their merchandise. I'm the first head to hire Asian models, like different skin types, you know. So I didn't even ask for their approval.
Just do it.
Yeah, because I know it was, I said, you know what, I resigned anyway. So I want this to be like my last, like really nice project. Because I know people will like it. You know,
Yeah.
that billboard went viral.
Wow.
So I put like a Caucasian model, I put like Asian model and like different, you know.
Yeah.
So when I resigned, I told my dad, okay, now I have savings, but I felt like I wasn't still ready. So I said, I think I need to study in a fashion school now because I don't have formal education yet because I study business. And I was joking my dad, and I think it's about time that you pay for my tuition, Dad, and my fashion school. Because, you know, my whole life I would always follow what you want for me, but this is what I want. And I think it's about time that you pay for it, Dad.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm gonna pay for the tuition, but the rest you take care of it.
Still. Okay.
I said, Dad.
Laban.
Dad, I said, Dad. You know, it's more, if you're in a fashion school, it's more expensive to buy the fabrics. Because every time you do a project, you always have to make a sample, you have to make collections. So it's more expensive. And I was
Yeah.
telling my dad, can I pay for the tuition and you pay for the fabrics or the materials? He said, no. That's the condition. My gosh.
So challenging.
Yeah, it's so hard to be where I am right now, but it's okay. So when I was in fashion school, and fashion school is so expensive,
Yeah.
I said, you know what? I need extra funds to fund my school. Because the school was in Shangri-La, the mall. So I would always be the first in and last out. To the point that the owner gave me the keys to the school. Because I would always get there ahead of my professors. And then I would always be the one to leave. Because I didn't have my shop yet that time. So I would always do my
Stay
sewing.
there. Do it there.
So when I started my fashion school, I would do side gigs. I would accept hosting jobs, which I wasn't doing already for a long time. But I had to because I had to fund my school.
Yeah.
So I was telling my professors, like, I won't be able to attend school this week because I need to do the hosting so I can fund this. I'll just catch up with school. Yeah, and they always allowed me and have always been so supportive because they know.
Yeah.
The school was for a year and 6 months. And then after that, I had to do a collection, but I wasn't able to do the graduation collection already because I was actually their first student 001.
What does it mean?
Like their very first student. Because when I was because when I was in SM, I was already
Okay.
looking for fashion school. I didn't want to go to a school that's super commercialized. But this one, like one of my stylist friends, because I already became friends with the industry because with my job in SM. So they were like, oh, there's a new school opening, wait for it. And then I went there, I inquired, and I like it because the name was ICE, Institute of Creative Entrepreneurship. So it means we have the same principle. You know, like you can be creative, but you should do business also. Like it goes hand in hand because at the end of the day, it's business.
Yeah.
So that's why I enrolled there, and I was their first student. And I like it because I knew that if I enroll here and if I'm the first student, I'm sure other classes I have no classmates. So it's just me and
Ikaw lang.
yeah, that's what happened. One-on-one. And my mentor was John Herrera. I was his last student before he moved to London. He's a very
Lucky you.
successful. Yeah, he's a very successful fashion designer in the UK. I was mentored by the best. I am super grateful. So when I was in the fashion school, I was already accepting clients slowly, you know, like because this morning they would teach about draping, and at night I would want to do it already
Practice.
and like
Yeah.
practice.
See how it goes.
Yeah. So yeah, that's another way of me funding my school. Like I was already accepting clients because the owner said, you know, you can accept clients here anytime. You can you can talk to them, you can get measurements, you can fit them here.
Great.
Yeah, so I was accepting clients in that school, in my school before. So I wasn't able to join the graduation because
You're working.
yeah, I already had clients. So after my school, I did everything myself. I would talk to the clients, I would stitch it. I actually started in our ancestral home because my dad said, you do it here first in the ancestral home so you don't have rent yet.
Yeah.
No need to pay for rent because, you know, you're just
slowly.
starting. Yeah. So maybe you could stay here for a year or two. So, you know, it saves you from the rent. I said, okay. And then every week he would actually check the finances. He would check, okay.
How's it going?
Yeah,
Is it growing?
yeah. He's super
Do we have
cute.
returns?
But after 6 months, I started actually in a 3-bedroom unit.
Good.
Yeah, so the other one was the fitting room, the other one was the consultation, and the other one was my room. That's how I started.
Okay.
Because, you know, it's more practical.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, like, it's my first official store. I didn't want to, you know, like, splurge right away. Even if I wanted to, I can't.
Yeah.
It's what can only fit my budget at that time.
Yeah. Very down to earth.
Yeah, but it's so nice because it's a really nice apartment. I really designed it myself. It's really nice. So, actually, back in my school, there was a fashion show in Shangri-La Mall, and the owner goes like, you know, I really like you, and I know if a student will be successful, you know, because I've handled so many students already. So you should join the fashion show with your professors. Just make 2 collection. So I made 2 pieces, and then after that show, it went viral. It was the most photographed pieces in that runway. It was all over the news. It was in print, like online, and that's when the celebrities started messaging me. That's when clients started going to me. Then after school, I established this shop. So I was so happy. First year in the industry, boom. Second year in the industry,
Super quick.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the owner of my school said, you know, a lot of designers can dream like for years to be in the cover of a magazine. This famous photographer went to our school and he said, oh, whose dress is this? Is so nice. I'm gonna use it for Manila Bulletin cover with Maureen Robelwitz. You know Maureen Robelwitz? She's the first Filipina to win Asia's Next Top Model. So when I opened that shop, it's just boom, boom, boom.
One after the other.
Yeah. I said, wow. but guess what happened next?
You open another shop.
No, pandemic happened.
Oh no.
I said, oh my gosh, what will I do?
Yeah.
Because we were doing so well. We were like first year, second year. I was already there. I mean, I'm not there, but like
You're growing.
it's
yeah,
like,
you're growing.
I don't want to say I'm there because I'm still not even 1/4 of how I envision myself to be. Still have a long way to go. But pandemic is probably the most challenging
For everyone.
I ever had to go
Yeah.
through. My dad was like, I don't care to me and my siblings. I don't care where all of you guys are, but you need to go back to the house tomorrow.
Oh. So you had to stop.
Yeah, I had to stop, and then I had to talk to the landlord, because nobody knows what was gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
So I closed it. I removed all the stuff and put it in back home. It was very weird because since I was young, I think when I was in high school or university, I've always lived on my own because my dad wants us to be independent, and now I'm back
Back to mommy and daddy.
Yeah, with my siblings. I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah.
So the first night, it was okay. We were just watching K-drama with my mom. And then the next day during dinner time, I told my mom, I'm so bored.
I can't anymore.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Yeah, and then we were watching the news. But then the office of the vice president tapped me to help her produce local PPEs.
What is PPE?
The protective suit that the doctors wear.
Ah, okay.
She said,
Big move.
yeah, would you want
That's
to?
a
I
big
said,
move.
of course, I want to do it. So because she said, doctors are dying. And if we order from China, it's going to be expensive. It will take time. We need to make local PPEs so we can give it to them right away.
Affordable.
Yeah. So she sent me samples at home. And I had to study it.
Yeah.
I was watching like YouTube. I was actually geeking out about this PPE because it's meant to protect the doctors who are saving people's lives. So
Very specific.
it was a responsibility for me to make these PPEs to make sure that it's really going to protect the doctors. There's a proper way. The less stitching, the better. Because the less holes, that means the less chances that the virus will go inside.
Penetrate.
Yeah. So it was the peak of the pandemic.
So you needed like the most protective kind of
Yeah. And you were not allowed to go outside, right? But the office of the vice president gave me like a certificate or an ID that I'm allowed to go out because I was basically I was basically a frontliner that time.
Yeah.
And my brother was like, "Can I be the one to drive?"
I'm the driver now.
Can I be the one to drive? I said,
Smart.
Okay. It was like insane during the pandemic. We were the only car. We were wearing protective PPEs. No one was there. No one. So like I made samples by myself. I made the pattern and everything, and I sent it to the office of the vice president. And they approved it with the doctors. Yeah, they tested it with her doctor friends, and then they approved it, and they gave me a certificate that it's approved by, that it's really safe to use this, like doctor approved or something like that.
Yeah.
And then that's when, like
Back to work.
yeah, I had to ask my driver to get all my sewers from different cities, different provinces, because you're not allowed to move cities, right? So I said, okay, how will this work? First thing I did was I looked for a spot near my parents' house. So if there's lockdown, I don't need to move to another city.
Yeah.
So
easier.
I look for a big spot. So it's gonna be my temporary production, and then I spoke to all of my sewers, and these are sewers for gowns, sewers for suits. I said, we don't have a choice. Number one, we get to help the doctors. Number two, at least you guys will still earn despite the pandemic. So it's your choice.
It's a blessing.
Yeah, if you want to join, or if it's not, it's okay. But no, they all joined.
Oh.
During the pandemic, our sewers peaked at like 60. While the other manufacturers were closing, we were hiring more.
Wow.
It's crazy. We would deliver, and then I'm so happy because we're still earning.
Yeah.
And then I also did donations for that. I raised 1.2 million.
Wow.
Yeah, and I donated it all to the hospitals.
Wow.
Until now, I'm still friends with those doctors.
I bet, of
Yeah.
course. Not such a challenging situation. You
Yeah.
connect and you help each other. It's like,
Sometimes I video call them and they cry because we give them PPEs, and it means so much to them. After that, I said, okay, maybe I wanted to launch a loungewear. So I launched Wear Casa. That's why it's called Casa, because Casa means house. That's how I started it. So I launched this loungewear, and we were selling it in Shopee, Lazada, online. It was doing so well. And then after 6 months of launching Wear Casa, SB19 collaborated with me. They messaged me. They really love my suits. They want to do this limited pieces for their merchandise. I said we can do the collaboration with Wear Casa because I think the audience is more fit in the style, streetwear. And now this is another challenge because I was studying PPEs, like what's it for, how to create it, what does it do for the doctors. And now
another style.
It's streetwear, and I don't wear sneakers. But I had to understand why people like wearing jeans. I don't wear jeans before. I had to understand why people like streetwear. And streetwear and P-pop, because they're the P-pop kings, right? So, during the pandemic, I bought my first white sneakers, pair of jeans, and shirt.
How was it?
I said, wow, this is so comfortable.
Amazing.
It's so comfortable. So, after that, I was like, studying about streetwear and the culture and the P-pop, because during that time P-pop wasn't a thing. They started P-pop because there's K-pop, right? And now there's Pinoy pop. So we did this collaboration. It was also very challenging because it was the pandemic, sometimes the stocks, the supplies for the fabrics is not enough, and super challenging.
Hard to find.
But we were able to launch it. Sold out in less than 3 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Grabe.
And so we launched as limited edition pieces, and then we also launched general merchandise. And even until now, people still buy it, and it's been like 4 years.
Wow.
People we have the caps, the shirts, it is a very, very successful line. And then after that, the pandemic, slowly it was opening up, but not really opening up, but opening up.
Yeah.
So after the pandemic, or if at least close to the pandemic being over, or so I thought, I said, the team was already there. I already have a garments factory, because the ones making the PPE. I have the sewers for Wear Casa, and I decided to keep all of them.
Perfect.
Yeah, so now I was telling my team, nobody knows what's gonna happen, but this is a blessing that we have the opportunity to help the doctors, and at the same time, we can still earn in our way. And I told them, if we can get through this pandemic, there's nothing we cannot go through. So it was very stressful, very challenging, but it's very fulfilling. Because I just started my business 2 years ago, and I was doing amazing, and then boom, pandemic. I said, oh my.
Still doing amazing because you had so many opportunities. Like not small opportunities, big opportunities.
I think you always have to create opportunities, and even the darkest times. So I opened the small shop in San Juan. It's just maybe 65 square meters.
Okay, a smaller one.
Yeah, slowly the clients from the gowns and suits were getting back. So they started doing intimate gatherings, intimate weddings. So we were super blessed because we were making the PPEs, and now we have the Wear Casa, and then clients are starting to come back. So I opened a small shop, a temporary space. It was a 3-year contract. And then after 3 years, when I was sure that there's no more pandemic, and we couldn't fit anymore in the production and in the showroom, and
The different spots that you had.
We would always get a space, we renovate it, and then after a year, it's not enough again. So I said, you know what, why don't we just get a big space and everything's there? And this is the time when you met me. I was building it, the showroom, everything was there already. The showroom, production, the offices, my office, everything.
Yeah. Amazing. I love your space.
Yes.
Like so well organized.
Yeah.
Everything's so clean.
Yeah, because I'm super OCD.
I love it.
You know, like now after that, I joined Vancouver Fashion Week.
Oh, that's when you joined.
After the pandemic,
let's talk about it. How was it? How was for you the experience joining a fashion show internationally?
Actually, they've been inviting me for the longest time, but I wasn't ready. I felt like I wasn't ready, and I didn't want to create something half-baked. So, plus, it's expensive.
So you waited.
Yeah, it's expensive all day. So I remember I was super new in the fashion industry. I was with my friends, and someone emailed me and they're inviting me to Vancouver. I said, wow, is this legit? I'm only in the industry for 6 months. So after 2 years, I finally, or like 3 years of them inviting me, I finally did it. So that fashion show, Vancouver Fashion Week in Canada, they have an award for collection of the season, which means your collection is the best among all the designers, and these designers are so talented. They're from Paris, they're from Milan, like
all over.
Yes, like everywhere. And we won the collection of the season.
Wow!
Yeah, it's
amazing.
crazy. We got featured in Forbes. We got featured in Elle Canada. We got featured in Vogue Mexico, Vogue Italy.
What?
Yeah,
the biggest magazines.
Yeah, because at first I was nervous because I saw the collection of the other designers. They're all streetwear. You know how it is in the US. They wear some like athleisure.
Yeah, very comfy.
Streetwear. Yeah, and that's not my style. I made all these beaded gowns, all these like super shiny
Fancy.
suits,
Elegant.
Yeah, I was so nervous. I said, "Oh my gosh, what if they won't like my collection because." It's like streetwear. They like streetwear.
Yeah.
I said, but
very different.
This is what I do the best. So
I'll go for what I do.
Yeah, because when you do a fashion show, as soon as the first piece goes out, you could already feel the energy if the crowd likes it or not, right?
Yeah.
So I was so nervous like I was breathing, like because I didn't know how the audience would react, and it's like full. Even the organizer of the fashion show, like the owner of Vancouver Fashion Week, said they gave me the best slot, like 6 p.m.
But that's the best. Yeah.
On spot. They have in Fashion Week, they have different tiers. They have like, if you want to do platinum, silver, I just got bronze because it's the only thing I can afford.
It's okay.
Yeah, the higher you get, the more media will be there, the more better slot like you're gonna get, more exposure. I said, no, you know what?
That's what I can do for now.
But the organizer said, wow, your show is full packed. They made me 6 p.m.
Amazing.
Yeah, and
another blessing, right?
Yeah,
so many blessings.
I know. That's one thing I noticed, because sometimes when I have challenges, sometimes I don't know what to do. But I notice, like when you give everything to the craft or with what you do and you pour your heart and soul into this, the universe really gives it to you. I had like moments when I was just starting. I said, oh gosh, I need extra funding because tomorrow is salary day. Where do I get this extra money?
Boom,
client.
And
then, wow.
Here you go.
Yeah, I'm like, it's super amazing.
Yeah.
So after Vancouver Fashion Week, it's actually like my break in the international market. Yeah, everyone loved it. Everyone. And even after the show, I couldn't even leave because everyone wanted photos with me. Everyone wanted to interview me.
Yeah.
It's
get to know you, what you do, what inspires you.
Yeah, even the ambassador of the Philippine consul was there to watch. And then I was wearing like a small Philippine flag. Even when going out the stage, I was so nervous. I didn't know how to do it. Like, the courtesy call. This is my first international show. And I told my dad, I told him, don't forget my flowers, Dad, okay? Because my parents were there.
Yeah.
They helped me carry the clothes from Manila to Vancouver.
Very supportive.
Yeah. Because the show said, don't ship it because sometimes we have cases that it got lost, it got delayed. So the best way is for you to carry it.
Yeah.
So my parents helped me.
Love it.
Yeah. So when we got there, I told my dad, don't forget my flowers. You have to give it. And you know, my dad is just so simple. I made their outfits for that occasion.
Yeah.
And then I walked out and everyone, they were like cheering. And you know, unfortunately, like sometimes we as Filipinos, we still experience racism, you know? But during that time, I felt so proud because so many Filipino Canadians were tagging me. They're like,
yeah,
you know,
sharing.
yeah, they're
everyone's
like,
so proud.
Yeah, that they're Filipinos. You know,
Of
I even
course.
wore this Philippine flag. So I was walking and I saw my mom coming in with the flowers and she had the black shades.
Yeah, super stylish.
Yeah, and I was hugging my mom. I said, what happened to Dad? And my mom said, he couldn't do it.
Oh,
He was so nervous.
Really?
Yeah. Because, you know, I think it's about time that Filipino fashion gets the respect that it deserves globally.
Yeah.
Because Filipinos are so talented.
Yeah.
Hard workers. They're so creative. It's just that we're not given that spotlight or that opportunity. So I want to create that because it's really possible.
Yeah.
So after that, that's when it started with the international market. And then I did New York Fashion Week after. Actually, New York Fashion Week, they've been inviting me for the longest time. But I said, you know what, I'll do Vancouver Fashion Week. Because what are the biggest? Paris Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week,
New
Milan.
York is huge.
Yeah, so I said, let me try Vancouver Fashion Week first. And then after, I'll do New York Fashion Week, yeah. But you know what? New York Fashion Week was so different. It was a very different experience because I'm already more experienced now. I know what's gonna happen, so I'm more relaxed. Yeah, so New York Fashion Week is another level. Yeah, after New York Fashion Week, I got invited to the Emmys.
Wow.
I met everyone.
Wow.
It's so crazy.
Wow. Imagine this, right? Like, you're bringing the Philippines to a global stage, and it's not a small stage. It's like huge with the most well-known celebrities.
And I studied also in New York.
I remember that.
Yeah,
Yes, I remember.
I studied in New York. You know, I said, I always want to be updated with the trends and I want to know how they do things in the US. Because, US is more fast fashion, more business. Europe is more feelings, more emotions, more art. So I just want to learn techniques from
different countries
and different schools to be mentored by these amazing professors. I mean, the school I went to is Fashion Institute of Technology. It's big. It's probably the top 3 best fashion school in the world.
Wow.
Michael Kors is from there. When I was studying there, Jacquemus went there for a talk because he was gonna open. I was literally just walking around school and I saw him. I said, "Is that Simon?" And I was wearing a Jacquemus bag that time.
Perfect.
So, you know what I love about New York? Everyone hustles. Like everyone grinds.
Yeah.
Everyone is there because they want to grind.
Work hard, play hard.
Yeah, like I really recommend, like, in the future for creatives or like not just creative, because the best of the best, they're all there. So you will thrive even more when you're there because you're surrounded by this energy and you're surrounded by all these people who actually work hard.
Yeah.
The only reason you're not going to be successful in New York is if you're lazy. Yeah. I was there for a while and I was able to make a name for myself when I was there. I was able to dress up some Hollywood stars. And then I recently opened a shop in LA. Yeah, that's why I don't know if you've been noticing, but we've been dressing up a lot of Hollywood stars.
Yeah, I've seen
on
social media.
Yeah, and they go to Cannes Film Festival, they go to Venice, like everywhere, like Disney, like Hollywood stars.
Yeah, I know.
So they go to my atelier in LA and that's where they do the fittings, and then my team there is the one managing it. Or sometimes they ask me to produce clothes for them, and I stitch it there and then I ship it there.
Wow. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Congratulations. I didn't know this.
Yeah.
I bet your parents are very proud of you. I mean, I'm very proud of you. And I'm so glad you're doing this. Like, you're bringing, you know, Filipino fashion, like, to the world. Like, raising the flag.
It always blows their mind if I say, because every time in New York, they're like, oh, which city are you from here? And I'm going to say, no, I'm not from here. And they're like, where? I'm from Manila. And they're like, what?
Manila.
Like, Manila. And you know, they have like a different perception of how Manila is. Like, they're going to say, oh, is it dangerous there? I said, no, it's not dangerous. I was born and raised there. It's actually an amazing city. And they would be like, oh, you know, we barely meet someone who's a Filipino.
Like, Philippines. Yeah.
Because, you know, like, they would always tell me most of the Filipinos that they know are like nurses, or, and not that there's something wrong with that. It's a very decent job, you know, it provides for their family. So I said, you know, but you know what, times are changing. Like, there's this new generation of Filipinos
like
talent. Me. Yeah.
Bold.
So, yes, I always tell them about our culture, and I tell them, you know, yeah, you should try Filipino food, because if you haven't tried Filipino food, you're missing out. There's
sinigang.
Yeah, sinigang. It's so good, right? So it's just, they find me exotic because they don't know any Filipinos except me.
You're different.
Yeah. So because it's hard to do because no one is doing it.
Yeah.
Because number one, you have to be invited with New York Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week, even if you have, you know, the funds to join. But if they don't like your stuff,
you're not in.
Yeah. So with New York Fashion Week, I was so confident. I already know because I've experienced it.
Yeah. You know how it goes.
Yeah. It's still very stressful.
Yeah.
But I was more relaxed. I was more confident. I'm more experienced. And it's the same. I got featured everywhere. It's super amazing.
Were you the only Filipina?
There were other Filipinos there. So
great.
It's amazing, right? Because it's good to know, you know. And I want it to be normal for Filipinos that they're gonna do New York Fashion Week. They're gonna do Paris Fashion Week. It was tough for me because it's hard to do things when you're the first, right? So I had the best time of my life. I had so much fun in New York. I had so many cool experiences. Like, because I met this super cool guy. His name is London. He's a rapper.
Okay.
And he saw my work in New York Fashion Week. He's a really cool guy. He said, I'm going to have a concert in Rome. I want you to make my outfit.
Wow.
And then he said, go to our studio because it's near your apartment. And I went there, and Missy Elliott was there. Wow. Yeah.
Hi. Okay.
Hello.
Just an ordinary day.
Yeah, and like it's so cool. So from New York Fashion Week, super successful. After that, I flew to LA to attend the Emmys, and then when I started posting, people are like, "What?
Even more successful.
You're in Emmys?" I'm like. When I was walking the red carpet, people were clapping. And they were like, thank you for bringing some Parisian vibe into LA. It's such a crazy experience. And during that time, I was so happy because the winners are all Asian. Anna Sawai from The Bear. The best film was The Bear. I was seated beside the director Taika Waititi, and then on my left was Jeremy White. It's so crazy.
Surrounded by like big brains,
I wasn't even
people
seated on the second floor. I was seated on the third row. Like in front of me were all these celebrities.
Of course, you're Chynna Mamawal. Hello.
But you know, when I started, I didn't even think about all these things. I didn't think about fame.
You just follow your heart.
Yeah, I didn't think about. Of course, I have to think about the money, right? I was gonna say I didn't think about the money, but of course, but it wasn't like. Of course, it's a priority because it's a business at the end of the day.
Yes.
But it's always been the passion.
Yeah.
And I just like making beautiful things. Yeah.
You do what you love, right?
Yeah, and that's the best part.
Yeah.
You know, I could not ask for more. I'm really living the dream.
Yeah.
Because I get to do my passion. I get to help people. And at the same time, I get to earn from it. It's just
the perfect combo.
Yeah, I'm just so grateful and I'm so, so happy.
It's so beautiful what you're doing because you're not only promoting beauty, which is also giving people the opportunity to feel good with themselves, but you're giving people work, right? You have so many employers.
Yeah.
And I mean, for the nation, you're bringing, you know, Filipino culture all over the world.
Yeah.
I see how Filipinos, you know, put themselves down because they don't believe in themselves. And then having someone like you raising the flag and saying, no, we're good and we're gonna show the road, like we're capable of doing great stuff as well. It's like, yes, thank you, Lord, for having people like you. You know, we need more people like you.
Yeah. I mean, I guess people don't really do it because no one is doing it.
Yeah.
They don't have an example or like, because I told you, it's hard. Like SB19 started P-pop. They were telling me how hard it was. Like people were bashing them. They're like, oh, what is this Pinoy pop? It's so tacky. But look at them now. The first Filipinos to be ever nominated in Billboard Music Awards against Blackpink. That's why we jive, because we have the same vision.
Yeah.
Music, fashion, but we both want to bring the art, the culture, the fashion in the global stage because it deserves to be there.
Yeah, it does. You dream big. If you dream big and you act big, the word is yours.
Yeah.
You have to claim it, right? And that's what I see you do. You go, you live it, you believe in it, and then you do it.
Yeah.
No matter what comes in your way, no matter what are the challenges, you focus on what you want to do and you find a solution.
Yeah. We have to make things happen.
Yeah. And believe, right? I always see you believe.
Yeah.
Okay. You want this opportunity? Oh my gosh, really? Okay. Yes. I don't know how to do it, but I will learn.
Yeah, that's how I am. Like, I always have to say, I say yes to like opportunities, you know?
Yeah.
And I also create my opportunities.
Yes.
Because that's how life is.
Yes. You create the reality you want to live at the end.
And 7 years of doing my businesses, I realized that, like what I mentioned earlier, my calling is on top of like all the fashion and whatever. It's actually also to help. So I want to be a good example that we can pay our employees right. We can give them the life that they deserve, and we don't have to treat them like this because it's possible.
Yes, agreed. And you know, I always say, I believe if we really want to make the Philippines a great country, we need to pay our people well.
Yeah.
We need to raise the salaries. We need to treat them properly. That's the only way we're going to make the Philippines a better country.
We need to nurture them.
Yes.
Because, you know, at the end of the day, if they're happy, they're gonna stay with you and they're gonna do their best all the time because they're happy.
Yeah.
So you make them feel that, you know, they're valuable to your company.
Happy employers, they're gonna do their work even better. The company will grow, more income, more people working, and then it goes on and on.
I think that's my calling. I'm given this responsibility, which I love. It's not easy.
Yeah.
But it's very fulfilling. Like I told you, it makes me so happy when I see them. They buy motorcycle from their salary.
Yeah.
They get to have dinners with their family in like a restaurant every Sunday. It makes me happy.
Yeah.
And it makes me want to do better and do more.
Talking about this, what are your next plans for, you know, your career, for your fashion journey?
The reason why I'm so busy, because like remember I told you about the SM, right?
Yeah.
So after working for them and fast forward to 7 years after, my former boss, Teresita C. Coson, called me, their team called me and said, hey, you need to go back to SM. But this time as a brand.
Yay!
And this was right after New York Fashion Week.
Amazing.
And she was like, but you still have to go through the whole process. It was 1 year in the making. It's very hard to get inside SM. This is inside department stores.
Okay.
So you have to make a collection, present it to them, and then if they don't like it, you have to redo it again and change it based on,
what they want.
Yeah, what they want and what they think will sell. But at the same time, your aesthetic is still there. So starting this year, I'm gonna launch ready-to-wear gowns and ready-to-wear suits and barongs for men. So the name is Muave.
Okay.
It's gonna be Muave woman. So we're gonna make ready-to-wear gowns inside department stores. Yeah, and then we're gonna make like I have Muave man, so ready-to-wear barongs and suits inside SM department stores.
Wow.
So we're gonna start with SM Makati this October, and then
coming soon.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
and then after we're gonna do SM Mega Mall, SM Aura, SM North EDSA, SM Mall of Asia.
Wow, all over.
Yeah, the biggest ones in Metro Manila, and then I'll do provincial.
Let's go.
You know, of course, when you say custom, or it can be really pricey.
Yeah.
So now the goal is to make it more accessible. You know, the Gen Zs now, they're different. They're more expressive. They're more... I love Gen Zs.
Yeah.
I always hire Gen Zs and I always listen to what they think. You know, there was one employee who said, "Ma'am, do you offer breakup leave?" I said, "I don't even have one, but okay, tell me more."
Okay.
She was
We
like,
can do it.
she was like, "Because, you know, ma'am, it will be unfair for you if I'm heartbroken and I will go to work and I'm not my 100%.
Yeah. Fair
And
enough.
if I make a mistake, it's going to be even harder
Yeah.
for you and for me." So I said, "Okay, I'll consider."
You got your point.
Actually, I gave it. Because she's right.
Yeah.
That's why, you know, they have different perspective. And I always listen to them. Because I'm millennial, and then I have the boomers. Like, it's just
Yeah.
so fun. So, we're going to launch it this year. And then next year, we're going to do provincial. And then, I want to target Southeast Asia.
Let's go.
Because I was talking to the owners of SM. Why is it always that you or the Philippines, we always bring brands from Europe. We always bring brands from the US. Or even from Singapore. We bring brands from Singapore to the Philippines. Why can't it be the other way around?
Yeah.
Why can't the US market bring a Filipino fashion brand to the US or to Europe or to Singapore, Hong Kong? So that's the vision that I have, and that's what I want. Because after Southeast Asia, I want it to be global.
And how do you see like the Filipino fashion industry like from now on? What do you see as the tendencies and how it will grow, be developed? What do you think?
I think more Filipinos are inspired now. Like, if you see how designers are modernizing barong and modernizing Filipinianas, it's so cool, right?
Yeah.
I love the fact that Filipinos are supporting local now more, and they are more open to wearing casual barongs and ternos, right? So I think right now people are more inspired, people are more expressive, and they're just not scared to experiment anymore. Also, the culture in Filipino fashion is already building as well, or strengthening, and I see more and more Filipinos wanting to make a name globally. So I'm all for it.
Yes, that's the tendency. So bring tradition with some modern approach and not only stay local but go global.
Yeah. Because have you been to Artefino?
Not yet.
You should go. You will love it. It's all Filipino craftsmanship. It's super cool.
Okay, I'll go.
Like,
Putting my list.
yeah, the one in November, I have like an exhibit there. I think, I don't know,
Okay,
but
I'll go.
like these cute Filipino, like they have jewelries, they have barongs, but it's super modern. Like, it's super nice to see Filipino fashion evolving into that. And I love how, like Vogue, they promote Filipino fashion, Filipino culture. Yeah, it's really booming. Like,
Uplifting.
everything, not just fashion. Last year, Michelin Guide was just here for the restaurants. Even the food scene is amazing.
Yeah.
And then music, I see more artists or like more DJs being recognized, like Filipino DJs being recognized abroad, fashion,
Art,
so
in
yeah,
general.
art,
Yeah.
yes. So I think that's where Philippine fashion and culture is headed. It's becoming known more and more globally.
I really believe the new generations, they
Yeah.
can spark big change,
Yeah.
positive change. And I would like to know from you, what would you recommend the young creatives that want to, create something different, not only in fashion, but in their own areas? What do you suggest them?
I always tell this to everyone, or like if you're in the creative, like what I did, I really recommend you guys to study business first before you do art. So you'll know how to manage your future business, because at the end of the day, it's business.
Yeah.
You have employees to pay, you have rent to pay, you have all these overhead expense. It's business.
Yeah.
So as much as you love being creative, you have to know the numbers. You have to have a balance.
So it's not just about the passion and the love for the art, but you also have to master the how of the business.
Yeah. Like, people say follow your dreams, right? But how do you follow your dreams? In reality, you need finances to back it up. Everything goes hand in hand, Like, you have to balance business and being creative. And for the young generation, you just don't be scared to express yourself. Like, the most important thing is you do what you love and do what makes you happy, and just believe in yourself. Everything that I did in my entire career, even if sometimes I didn't even know what I was doing, the project hasn't even started, but I always believed in myself, and I believe that it's gonna work out. Because if you believe in yourself, if you believe in what you do, it radiates. No matter the situation, like pandemic or your store being caught on fire, you always have to believe. You have to fall sometimes, but you always have to go back up.
Stand up, come back stronger.
Yeah. Stronger and wiser, more experience.
Yes, I love that mindset.
Yeah.
No matter what comes my way, I can do it.
You really also have to ask yourself, like, how bad do you want it? Because it's easy to love something when things are good, but when things are bad, you'll have moments when you want to quit. It's so exhausting. Fashion industry it's a cutthroat industry.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people dream about being in the fashion industry, but you actually really have to put the work. Like, you have to work.
Stick to your why.
Yeah.
Focus on what you want.
Yeah. I actually have like a list of in my bed, like just on the side, just a reminder of why I started, and just a reminder. It's a nice reminder to myself why I started this and why I'm here and what's my purpose.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think this is the drive that we need to carry in whatever project we decide to do.
Yeah, everything in your life, because every day is a life decision. You have to make decisions for yourself every day. So
take responsibility.
Yes. And you have to sacrifice a lot when you're here. It's not all about all the glam, because it's not glamorous. Fashion industry is not glamorous. I sometimes had to, miss some family dinners, had to miss some birthday of friends. I had to miss some important, because I was super focused. And I think it's really like that. It's sacrifice.
Yeah, decisions, choices.
You need to sacrifice.
Yeah. I really appreciate having you here with us. And such an inspiring talk. I'm full of ideas now. Like, oh my gosh, okay, if Chynna can do this, I can do also.
That's what I want. That's what I always tell. If I can do it, then you can do it.
This is, I think, the essence of being a businesswoman and an entrepreneur, is reaching high, which is seeing more people being successful, more people being now not only employees, but now, how do you call it? More people not being employers, but being employees. Like,
Yeah.
they're hiring people, right?
Yes. Yeah, plus because I'm self-made, so I have just so much respect for people who are self-made. Because I know how hard it is. Like, I'm not even 1/4, I told you, of how I envision myself to be. I still have a long way to go. But it's so inspiring to see other young entrepreneurs making waves here and globally. Because, like, you see that, how the Filipino culture is going to be or going to shape because of this new generation.
I can't wait to see all the designers you're gonna guide and empower throughout your journey.
Yeah.
You're young and you have a long road ahead, and I know
Yeah.
you're gonna build a big empire who will shake the road and bring the Filipino flag all over.
Yay.
Inspiring beauty, purpose, and good life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
I love it. I
Yeah.
see it. I see you've been doing it throughout the years, right, in your journey since you're 8. And
Yeah.
I know you're gonna do way more, pa. I can't wait to see and celebrate with you all of your achievements.
Oh, you
Yes.
too.
And I hope we can collab as well.
Yeah, of course.
I'm so
Yeah.
happy for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you
Yes,
for
of
sharing your journey,
course.
all your experience, your learnings. And I'd love to have you back. If you have any message you like to give to the audience as a final message, feel free.
Well, I hope you guys can support our new businesses that we're launching. We've been working so hard for this for the past year, and I hope everyone will support local, not just fashion, but also in food, in art. Because it goes a long way. That should be number one. Support local.
Yeah.
Also, the fashion, unfortunately, is one of the biggest contributors in pollution globally. So we also have to support sustainability. Right now, I have a collaboration with R&T where I made exclusive pieces for R&T so people can rent it and recycle. Yeah,
Amazing.
so people can rent it. Like, I want to be responsible as well with the Mother Earth. I don't want to contribute further to the
Yeah.
pollution. So support local, be
Amazing.
responsible, support sustainability. I repeat outfits.
It's okay.
Yeah, if people call you out for repeating
okay.
outfits, no, it's so 2023. Yeah, like, being entitled is not cool. You have to always be kind, humility. So yeah, always be kind.
Yes, what you give is what you take.
Yeah.
Right. At the end, it's all energy, as you said.
Yeah. Well, I hope you guys learned something from
Yeah,
me.
I'm quite sure. Thank you. Guys, this woman is amazing. Please stay tuned to all that she's doing and support her work because it's amazing. You should check her out. And now she's doing, right, the ready-to-wear gown. So if you have events or if you just want to rent also, look, you can do it. So check her out. Support your fellow Filipina. And if you're not a Filipino, support Filipinos.
Yeah.
Support a Filipino designer.
Yeah.
Talking about local, I have a pasalubong for you.
So cute.
Oh, this is from South Cotabato, Lake Cebu. Yeah.
I also love what you're doing. You're helping the katutubos. Yeah. That's really amazing. You also inspire me, like the people around you. Yeah,
Thank
so I'm
you.
so happy for you.
Thank you.
We should also support her.
Yeah, subscribe.
Subscribe,
Comment.
yeah.
Give a like here in this podcast you're watching right now.
Oh, babe, I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the audience. Thank you for everyone watching us here. It was a big pleasure to have you. And as I said, if you like this episode, make sure you give a like. You also leave a comment. You share with your friends. If you're not yet subscribed, hit that button right there and subscribe.
Hit it right now.
Yeah, right now. Chynna told me she would give some gifts to subscribe.
Yeah, you should. Let me think about the gift. But yeah, you should subscribe now. Who knows? Maybe I'll give some GCs.
Oh, there you go. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Maraming salamat. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Alexia Nuñez Podcast, and I see you next time. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.